don't even know where to begin with this. Like the savoriness, it's sweet, but it's not over sweet. It's juicy. There's a kick. The bread, the gold. Sign me up. That shit's amazing. If you're a fan of burgers, food competitions, and a little behind-the-scenes action from some of the best in the game, then you're came to the right place. This whole show is going to be about the Cajun Burger Cook-Off and everything that happened down in Morgan City, Louisiana, and it was so dadgum fun. I had an absolute blast. And I think the best way kind of to get everything going is let me just show you a little highlight video that I've been able to put together. We have some interviews with Casey's in there, Rusty, Chef Dave, some interviews in there with 3 of the top 6, including the winner, Stirring the Pot podcast. Congratulations on that. So we'll get to talking about everything after this, but I want y'all to see the video first. Let's get into it. We're at the Cajun Burger Cook-Off in Morgan City, Louisiana, right under the iconic Highway 90 bridge. The grills were sizzling, the competition was tough, and these burgers were next level. Now let's hear from the top finalists as they break down their winning creations. I'm here with Rusty, Noel, and this is the Cajun Burger Cook-Off.
That's what we at.
I gotta think right off the bat, there's a lot of great teams here. We're gonna be interviewing a lot of them, talking to them. This guy's a favorite right off the bat. There's no doubt. I know you don't want to think that, but you're a favorite. And tell us a little bit about what you're going to be making today. Good Lord. I've had a chance already to have a little sample.
So we all about the team, right? So I let the team kind of figure out, hey, man, what do y'all think? It's not me going, hey, we're using this. And so I did around with the Wagyu patties, and I did around with straight ribeye, and let the team decide. I'm not going to let the cat quite out the bag, but you got to try a little bit of both.
I did.
And look, I tell them that the burger is, it all starts with a good patty. Any good burger starts with a great patty. Got to be seasoned through and through, not just sprinkle some stuff on top. But we have a topping that we use. We have a topping. It is smoked bacon. We put that bacon in the pot, black pot, cook it down real good, pull it out. In that bacon grease, we cook poblano peppers, portobello mushrooms, purple onions. Once they're cooked down, we crush all that bacon, add it back in, and add a little smoked Gouda cheese. And that makes a topping, and we put a little piece of provolone on top to hold that together. And it's church. And then I got my little secret, my wing sauce, my smoky bacon wing sauce I put on the bottom of that bun. That's a new ad. We've won a lot of burger cook-offs with this combination. But at the house, when we were doing a little practice work, I put that on the bottom, and man, it's just a game changer. Like, it makes you think, man, what is that? Because it's not barbecue. It's far from barbecue. I do not like barbecue on a burger.
I don't either. I'm not a big fan of a barbecue burger. Never have been. It's too sweet.
To me, if I'm Cajun, right? If I'm gonna do a barbecue burger, I just want a whole patty soaked in pig stand.
Yeah.
And then put that on a bun and let's eat it. That's it. Yeah. But other than that, I'm good. Yeah. But I like to try different stuff. So this topping's out the box.
Oh, it is. There's no doubt. I got to have the sample of that just by itself. I can't wait to see all of this come together. I've had little samples of it all individually. This is heaven. I'm pretty sure if you like burgers like I do, I love burgers.
This is your place.
I think this is what heaven will look like.
Like every cook-off, right? I tell people there's 3 levels, right? There's a group that's just starting, and we love people trying and starting, and they're just it's not quite cook-off level, and you got a bunch of great burgers, and then usually you have 3 or 4 that you have to figure out how to separate from really good burgers, and you have to be in that top. You have to have the mindset of a judge and think, okay, if I'm judging, what is that burger going to make me go, all right, this one's different and good?
Right.
You got to be on that set. And if you're not on your game today, there's some good chefs here. Chef David right here, he done. I'm gonna throw him under the bus. So he got his torch over there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's already solicited 2 different cooking teams to help him. But that's okay. We good. We're gonna do our thing.
It's all hands on deck.
We good friends, and we like to cook together, but we like to harass each other too.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be any other way. It wouldn't be fun if you did it any other way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, good luck, brother. I'm going to get out of your way, let you
Appreciate
get to
y'all.
cooking. Appreciate you. Good luck.
Thank y'all.
During the Pot Podcast, making things happen. Casey, tell us what's going on with all of this.
We not only bring the controversy, we bring the flavor, baby. We're making these smash burgers, kind of like a hybrid smash burger. And yeah, I don't want to give away all our secrets.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But
the cook on a burger is so important. You have to get a good brown on it. It's just ground meat, guys. So you have to make sure you cook these burgers really well and give it a good amount of salt. Beef can take a lot of salt, so we got a good amount of seasoning on there and getting a nice deep brown color for flavor.
hey, what's that brown stuff called?
That's called the Maillard reaction. That's where all your flavor is. That's where all your flavor is. You got to have it. It is not optional on a burger. You have to get your burgers cooked really well, guys. You can do it on a grill. You can do it on a flat top. You can do it a skillet at your house. But just make sure you get this color. You want to go on a medium-high heat, not too hot, and just get a nice brown color on it. It's going to be delicious.
Tigs, come to the bag, baby. Come to the bag. What we have here is a freshly made sourdough toasted bun. 100. And then we have a ribeye cap with a pork filling patty. It has pepper jack cheese, American cheese, caramelized onions, and a homemade bacon jam. Now this is going to be topped with some fire roasted peppers and then sliced jalapenos. And then we're about to pour it over it. Get this burger, we called it the Test Royale. Very well. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to crown this with real, edible, 24-karat gold leaf. That's next up. And this is what we serve into the Joe Smoke, friend.
I want it all. Damn. And with this, like the savoriness, it's sweet, but it's not over sweet. It's juicy. There's a kick. The bread, the gold. Sign me up. That's just amazing. Number one, there was no bad burger. There was not a single bad burger. There was nothing that was like, ugh. I don't really think that, what are they doing? That didn't happen a single time. You had exotic stuff. You had things from like a deep fried, I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you would call it, but it was like fish and shrimp and everything kind of put up and mixed together and then deep fried, because anything went. Anything goes at this deal. Anything could be considered a burger. If you put it between bun, that's a burger. And man, that was very interesting. Super, super good. Like from a just, wow, this is different. I'm going to tell you right now, I think there were 3 people that did some type of a fried deal. I was only able to sample one of them. I think Terry Wayne hit some of the others. Problem is 20, 21 people, 19, whatever the final score of teams were, everybody had to produce like 300 or so samples to give out. And I know that I heard Rusty say that they gave out like 500 or so, and I'm sure that happened with other teams as well. Shout out to Coastal Plains Chip at Coastal Plains Beef. Holy cow. He came that morning, gave every single team a 10-pound tube of meat just to help, just for the samples and stuff, because you know they're going to be rocking and rolling and cooking all day long. So shout out to them. Going to have him on the show at some point in time too. Really enjoyed visiting with him a lot. Super interesting guy, very cool with what they're doing. Didn't know everybody about him. Chef Dave said They did 520 samples. I believe it. The place was packed. It was juicy, baby. It was juicy. Shout out to the Cajun Critic and Caleb Bryan for putting that on. Caleb Bryan is the Cajun Critic. Shout out to Caleb for putting that on, man. It was fantastic. Weather, horrible. Terrible weather, stormy, South Louisiana. But look, we know what to do down here. It rains in Louisiana. We're going to be okay. It's never an all-day washout, and it wasn't this day. Not a problem, though. Under a bridge, red hot chili pepper style, like I said, and literally under the Highway 90 bridge, it was dry. I never even knew what the weather was doing. I just knew it wasn't sunny. You could tell that. It was cloudy. But other than that, weather, a non-factor. The folks in Morgan City, they came out, man. They came out and they showed out, and it was fantastic. I got to give shout outs to all of the folks that I saw at this event because there were a ton. First of all, Country Cooking with Joni. Got to visit with him. He was with Chef Dave cooking that amazing, amazing burger. And shout out to Chef Dave. I'm going to tell everybody right now, I don't know what my favorite burger was because I know somebody's going to ask me, what would you pick? What was your favorite one? Number one, I wasn't a judge. Thank God. Thank God I wasn't a judge. That's what I told. I told everybody there that I was super happy that somehow or another I didn't have to judge. Man, if you put me on the spot and I had to pick which one was the best, I'm not going to name a winner. I'm going to tell you what I liked about them. Number one, I do not disagree whatsoever with the winner. I do not disagree because it was one of my favorites. No doubt about it. KCP, Brandon, I see you in the chat. I see you in here. Great job. Great job on that. So we got to go there. What I loved about it, I saw Terry mentioned it too, is it had that crunch. It had that, how do you say that correctly? Is it Maillard, or how do you pronounce that the right way? I know how it's spelled, but how do you pronounce it? But that reaction that you get whenever you smash a burger down and you get that crunch, you get that crust on that burger. I love that. And I'm a huge smash burger fan. I was kind of surprised that there were not more like authentic, truly crunched down, boom, pressed smash burgers at this event. Really and truly, I'd have double patted. Like if I was entering, what I would have done is I would have double patted you with some grilled onions and a smash burger with 2 patties and some American cheese and a brioche bun. That's what I'd have given you, and I would not have won or made the final 6. But Maillard, there you go. Okay, and it's not spelled that way, so I wanted to make sure. I know how it was said in the video, but I need to know for sure. Maynard, or Maillard, not to be confused with Maynard, with Tool. We'll get into that guy next week on the Bubba exclusive. I have thoughts. Anyhow, back to burgers. So you get that effect on that, and I love it. I love it. That's just really become one of my favorite things. Of course, it's a lot of people's favorite things, but you got that with their burger. But you also got, I get people, friends of mine, I'm in group texts, and we talk a lot about burgers and stuff. They don't want it smashed. They don't want it ultra thin. They don't like that for whatever reason. And you get that hybrid thickness that Stir in the Pot and them put out. So you still get a little thickness, but you still got that sear. So really and truly, it is a hybrid, as they said, and it's the best of both worlds. The one thing I discovered in this whole burger cook-off, my takeaway is Tiggy needs to make bacon jam for his burgers moving forward. It's a little bit of work to do. However, the results more than pay for themselves. They weren't the only ones who did a bacon jam. There were several. I mean, I guess in a sense you could call Rusty's a bacon jam. It wasn't as sweet. It didn't have the brown sugar and stuff in it, but it was still a bacon jam of a sense. The guys who had the People's Choice, the St. Mary's, I believe it's St. Mary's Sheriff's Department, their brisket burger had a bacon jam on it, and it was delightful. It was delightful. Also got to meet True Nola. at Chef Dave's tent with Joni and them. Super nice to meet him. A guy we're going to be collaborating with in the future for sure. That dude's awesome. So much fun, man. So many good people. Farm to Fire, Louisiana. Of course, we love them. We got to catch up with them at the end. They were judges, so they were a little sequestered. Couldn't visit with them as much, but I'm a huge fan of them, and their vision and the food that they put out is just incredible. I respect what the heck they're doing so much. If you haven't seen just this week, their story on I think it's a chicken bacon ranch sandwich. It's the noises that they do. Like, they really let the food tell the story. The crunches, the noises, the tss, tss. Unbelievable. All these guys that I'm talking about do this. It's why I follow them. It's why I love being a part of this community. They're all amazing. All of these folks are amazing. And so if you're not following them yet, please do. Check the chat. They're in here. Follow them. Please do. Crazy Eats, Cajun Eats, Crazy Kuyan, the food trailer that was out there. I didn't experience it. I was so full of hamburgers, but I had more than one person tell me just how great their food was. And they had some fries and all kinds of stuff. So shout out to them. X by You, Terry Wayne, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're the ones who had the fried shrimp burger. Maybe I'm wrong. So good. So good. It was just so different that it was just a delightful, refreshing little bite. Just like in all the kicks, everything that you would have in South Louisiana, but different from beef. Just different from beef. Truthfully, if I'm judging this contest, though, I would have, on that day, I wanted beef. And I wanted an authentic smash burger. Starting podcast would have definitely been up there. They would have made the run. And don't let me discount Rusty's, because I have not even mentioned it. Dang. I got to be there during the process of picking, is it going to be Wagyu or are we going to go with ribeye? I won't say what they went with, but got to sample both. I don't think you could go wrong either way. That was kind of the takeaway from that. But anyhow, so good. Traveling with Taryn. Got to see Taryn. Taryn will be coming on the show at some point soon as well. I love her content. It's always great to catch up with her. If you're not following her, you're missing out. She's going around all around the state to these events, as are our friends Amanda and Nathan at Travel to Boot. So good. They have a podcast, or I guess you would call it a podcast, a video cast. What is a podcast? Anyhow, is this really a podcast or is this a video cast? Good question. They are doing a video once a week too, kind of recapping, talking about what's going on in Louisiana that weekend. And then they're going to all this stuff. A lot of energy with Amanda and Nathan, and I love it. So go check them out. Good to see them. Good to visit with them. We didn't get to talk as much because we're running around talking to all of the same people as well. What is the ultimate? Y'all tell us, what's the best meat that you can get to sear a smash burger? Is it like 73-27, 70-30, whatever it is, 80-20? You need to have that higher fat. So is that what you would say that we need to do? All right. Here we go. Brandon, smash burgers need to be made with 80-20 ground beef. Some are even fattier than that. It's also important not to mix seasoning into the ground meat and only season the outside. Mixing the seasoning in will give you the wrong texture. Okay. Very good to know. Chef Dave, our patty was 50-50 ribeye cap and pork belly. This is so ridiculous. And it was so good. Like, I can't pick. I will not pick. I refuse to pick. There was no burger that was bad. I will say that the 3 people that I interviewed had the elite burgers, but don't sleep. Do not sleep on, I'm Sharon's Tasty Freeze. I think it was it. That's the last burger I had, and it was what I went there for. It was just your burger with a good old bun, good old burger, your condiments, just a solid burger. And it was their same recipe, I think, that they've been doing for 30 or 50 years, something like that. It was fine. Robert, our good friend Robert with the jambalaya pot. It's always fun cutting up with that dude. But I missed out after 5 times of him telling me to come get it to get some cracklings and pork skins, and I missed out on them, but I know they're fantastic. No doubt about it. I love that he has a bullhorn on a microphone that when he's not there, it's still just him on repeat talking about cracklings, all that stuff. It's just, that dude is a trip. I love that guy. He's so much fun. And then finally I saw my friends at Minez. I can't wait until they get everything back up and running and I get to try some of that Minez. Final thoughts on everything. This event showed me just how tight this food content creator network is getting, and I love it. You could see them in the chat here tonight. They're hanging here with us. It is a network. I'm honored. I am honored to be a part, an outsider, whatever it is that I am. I'm just honored to be a part of it. And a huge shout out to everyone that was there, whether I got to visit with you or whatever it was. You were just there to participate, have fun, eat some burgers, see what's happening. Caps off to you, man. Caps off to you, men and ladies and babies. I saw a lot of kids and little ones, bouncy houses. Man, just what an event. Just what an event. And I can't stress this enough. Keep following, support these creators out there because they're putting out incredible food content for everybody. And they do it every single day, man. It is inspiring. They're some of the most inspirational people that I follow. They're the people who make me want to keep doing this, keep growing this. I like to sit on this side of the fence and talk about them. I love to eat, love talking about food. They're great people. I mean, what's any better? What could be better than that? What could be better than that? I appreciate y'all hanging with us. We're going to do this again next week. We'll see y'all.